And we're back for the last installment of Modern Horizons! Dude, you called it. I know. Like you're, what, now? What's your record now? There's only one time I didn't get it. Yeah, you got... Dude, so what other cards we need? Urza, yeah. Urza would be good. There's probably some other really good tasty ones in here too. So, yeah, I bet you guys are screaming in the... Are you guys watching and like screaming like, say this one, say this one. Anyway, back to it. The last sliver. That was actually a good pull. I'm glad. It's the first box I opened. So, actually, one of these boxes I had at a card show in, I don't know if you guys are in Michigan, but I live in Michigan, and Saline is kind of the city that's like near Ann Arbor. And I basically traded one away. So I had an open case. And it's funny because a case had only 3 of them, which is really weird. So I guess it's like half a case, but it's like the same size as what a normal case would have with 6 booster boxes. Or booster pack boxes. And I ended up trading like $300 worth of stuff. And I ended up getting like older Magic cards. Because I was just like, hey man, I want the older stuff. And it's like, you know, maybe that stuff was worth less. Maybe my box was worth less. But, you know, hey, all things considered, you know, I'm like, hey, you know, they technically can reprint this card. They probably won't for a while. But the stuff I was getting, it ain't getting reprinted. It's not. It's basically on the reserve list. So, oh, another... I'm telling you guys, look at the foiling. The quality just... I think they were at their top of their game. Oh, what is this thing? What is this thing? White blue. So let's calm down. Unsettled Mariner. 2/2 Shapeshifter. Oh, okay. So I guess throw it in a Merfolk deck, but somehow you got white in there. I don't know. Whenever you, okay, or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless its controls pays 1. So it's like a ward? I do like that it's whenever you. So, okay. It's only 2/2, so it just dies to like all sorts of removal, but, you know, whenever opponent you control. So he helps himself, so... probably not really worth a lot of money, but hey, there's that. We've seen that guy. We've seen all these. Roar! From the bear. I like that ninja. He's pretty cool. Tornado. Phantom Ninja. Sweet. Yeah, I like some of these. Some of these cards nobody cares about, but... come on. Urza, is it Artificer? It's not Lord Artificer. I'm trying to... Because I have one, and it's like Urza, but it's the Commander one, the Esper colors. And it's just like funny because it sounds just like the one that's in here. Oh, did I just see it? We got it, Cinder! Force of Negation! Yeah! You called it earlier. Dude, I'm like 9 for 10 now! Dude, you're lucky. This is why we bring Cinder to the show, because of that. Like, I'm telling you. So, wow. Like, this box is coming on strong. In the close. Look at that card. Look at that. That's my boy Jace. He's like, can't touch this. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Read the card. Yeah, hang on. I'm getting to that. I'm just like enjoying. Yeah, this is basically, again, this is why this was a cool set. It was for Modern Horizons, and they took a lot of the cards from Magic's history, and they redid them, but like with a new twist. So this is kind of like the new Force of Will. And actually, give me a moment here. Because... I'll show you it. See, I mean, look at that. Look at the artwork, right? I mean, yeah, all right. There's a guy here, and he's like giving the devil horns. That's what I said. It's kind of the same color, but yeah, this is Force of it. Yeah, this is me. I like the old school. This is from Alliance. It was casting cost of 5, but this one you may pay 1 life and remove a blue card, and in your hand from the game. So basically, it's exile. They didn't have exile back then, so that's the old phraseology. Instead of paying Force of Will's casting costs. Effects that prevent, and this is the interesting part, right? Effects that prevent or redirect damage cannot be used to counter this loss of life, counter target spell. Right? So it just again, remember that I don't know if you guys heard some of my other previous videos. Like Magic, there was a set of rules, and the cards were like what I call break the rules. And it was like if it wasn't on the card, so now Magic's changed, but it kind of was simplistic from that standpoint. So this kind of has that throwback from the card, because it says, now it's a little different, because it says if it's not your turn. So if it's on your turn, then, but if it's not your turn, right, you may exile a blue card, right? So same thing, blue card, from your hand, rather than paying the mana cost. So slight restriction, right? It's got to be, I mean, if you're a counter person, or you normally when you counter things, it's not on your turn. Like it's pretty rare you're gonna be countering your own stuff. It's funny that this is a rare, right, guys? So why didn't I get right? Like so, right? I got 2 of that guy in the same box. Like why didn't I get 2 of that in the box? Right? Told you, conspiracy, right? I get it with the first sliver. That's a mythic, But anyway. So then counter target non-creature spell. If the spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting. So that is a little bit different than the Force of Will, right? Force of Will just said counter it, right? So it's got some restrictions, but it also has some upsides. So all in all, good card. It's some people would say it's second place to Force of Will. I don't know. It's really because of the fact that you don't have to pay. Like, not paying for, spells is big, especially counters. I mean, like, just because back in the day, I was like 2, right? The proverbial, hey, you got 2 islands on tap, right? It's just like, back in the day, it's like, and like people wouldn't play their spells because, like, they're just going to counter, right? So you just have a card in your hand, and you got your little mountain, or I'm sorry, like you got your island, and you don't want to play it, right? So every time you draw, you got a second island to play an island, right? So you're just like bluffing your way. So back then, like aggro players weren't smart enough to just be like, hey, just play your spell, because if he either has or he doesn't, and if you don't play your spell, you're gonna lose anyway. So things have come around. But dude, yeah, it just is all right. That was the video, guys. That's that's the video. Smiting Helix. This is new. Deals 3 damage to any target. You gain 3 life. Flashback. Hey, so it's in Mardu colors. Look at this. It's like a dragon, Cinder. What? Dude, it's such a dragon. Yeah, or it's a demon bat or something. It's a dragon. All right, it's a dragon. Cinder says it's a dragon, so it's a dragon, guys. He's brought us much luck, so we'll let Cinder get his way. Thank you. Yeah, Cinder. All right, now come on, give me the Urza, dude. Really, 3? Oh, that's right. Yeah. All right, come on, Urza. Yeah, just in one of these packs. If it isn't this pack, Cinder, you're gonna what? I don't know, Cinder. You're gonna get like I don't know. We'll owe you the biggest favor known to man. Cool. Yeah, Cinder wouldn't take advantage of me for things like that, but. Foil? Okay, another whatever. Genesis. Isn't it a band? It's a band in the first book of the Bible. I got useless information stuck in my head. 5/4/4. At the beginning of upkeep, if Genesis is in your graveyard, one of those cards, you may pay 3. If you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Hey, that's interesting, because he can bring himself back or another creature back. Wow. So it's sort of like a reoccursion thing going on. If you need, that's not bad. I just don't like the casting cost. But hey, if you're milling yourself or you got just sacrifice cards in your hand, what is this? Splicer skill 3. Create a 3/3 colorless golem artifact creature token. Splice into instant or sorcery. What? What is that? 4? As you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may reveal this card from your hand and pay its splice cost. If you do, add this card spell. Huh? So we'll pull this card back. So I pay this. And then I can pay 4. Reveal. Oh, so you get it in your hand? Am I interpreting that? That's interesting. So then I play an instant, and then I can pay 4, and then I get this and that. So if I splice into it, I wonder if it's treated as a separate thing on the stack. Like, is it right? Is that there, and then this is on the stack, or is this line on this card? I'd have to look up. I'd have to look that ruling up. But if it goes on this card, that means you counter this. It's like womp womp, but you lose both, right? But if it's this and then splice, and that's a separate instance that goes to the stack, now that would be pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know what you guys can tell me. That's definitely something that I didn't even knew that was a mechanic until just literally right now. Lesser Master Core. There was actually a Master Core. It was actually, well, at the time that card was really broken, but if you look at it now, it looks so underwhelming. 2, as you cast, oh wait, an additional, okay, discard a card. Alright. 4, deals 1 damage to target creature. Persist. Oh, it's got some of those same effects. But it was a rare. It was from Urza's Destiny, that the beaker. Yeah, Destiny. Persist. Ugh. When it dies, if it had nope, -1/-1 counters on it. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a -1 counter on it. So comes back and a -1/-1. So then if there's a counter on it and it dies, it just goes to the graveyard. That's how I would think, but hey, Magic has weird rules, and I'm sometimes bad with words. So, I'm an engineer, damn it. And I had a disability when I was in grade school. Like, I still do it to this day, guys. Like, I will be, especially like typing, or I used to do it when I was talking. So, my brain would think so fast, like, it'd be in my head, and then when I'm trying to write it down, I'm writing it, right? And I'm missing complete words. Like, and and then I read it, oh, it's right there, right? Because when I reread it, it's still in my head, right? So I think there's nothing fine with it. And then, like, my teachers are like, what is this? What? And I'm like, it's right here. And they're like, oh, it's not here on this piece of paper. And I'm like, what? I wrote it down. So, yeah, so then, like, but sometimes, like, I don't know, they call them Freudian slips. Like, I'll know the word in my head, but I'll say a different word. And then there's some words I just have a hard time pronouncing, like specific. I have to slow my brain down and my lips because I normally say Pacific, like the sea. I know. So, yeah, I'll continue on with, Cordial Vampire. Hey, yeah, come on in. We're just having a party. We would be honored if you would join us. You guys know what that's from? That's from Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader. This guy. Oh, don't worry about him. He's just tired. He's got a lot to... 1/1. When a Cordial Vampire or another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control. Dude! That's pretty cool. There's a lot of good vampires. Wow, on each? Yeah, or another creature. Seriously, it doesn't even have to be your creature. It could be their creatures. It seems like a cool card to make around. It's probably worth nothing, but... Ooh, what is this guy? We haven't seen this. Feaster of Fools. Oh, is he eating the fools? He's like, I'm hungry. 3/3, 6. Yeah, okay, so he's got Convoke. So he's got Flying, Devour 2. Okay, so as it ETBs, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. This creature enters a battlefield with twice as many +1/+1 counter on it. So hang on, let me reread that again, because I don't see. Wait. Help me out here, guys, because it's just a 3/3. Okay, it doesn't get any Devour 2. Okay. ETB. You may sacrifice any number of creatures. Okay, so let's say I sacrifice 5 creatures. I'm just making a number up. This creature enters a battlefield with twice. Oh, twice that many. Oh my god. Alright, I'm trying to. See, guys, my brain didn't. Okay, because I'm just like, well, twice as many +1 counters. I'm like, well, like, where. Okay, so twice that many. Again, grammar, guys. Like, I trust me, guys. When I was younger, it was worse. I would read this and I'd be like lost for days. Literally, I'd be lost for days. So that, some guy made fun of me on Facebook just the other day because I just didn't write it grammar. He had it just. I swear to God, people. If you don't like what people are, if you think someone's like an idiot or whatever, like you don't have to like insult their, I had a learning disability, right? I mean, that's just socially not acceptable, right? But, on Facebook or whatever, it's totally acceptable just to say whatever the hell you want, right? Anyway, sorry, divulge. It's supposed to be a friendly. Yeah, dude. We don't care about those people. Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah, just ignore them. I know, it's pretty hard, Cinder. Thanks for bringing me back down. Llanowar Tribe. Oh, okay. It's a tribe? The whole tribe? 3/3 for 3/3. Tap for 3 mana. It's like 3. Yeah, it's like 3 mana dorks in one. What's this? Llanowar remembers the Ice Age. Sweet. The Phyrexian invasion. Oh yeah, that was awesome. Because not the invasion, but the invasion block. and the Rift era. Yeah, because the Rift era was from Tempest block. So long as we draw breath, we will ensure such disasters never threaten our world again. Like Gimli, there's still one dwarf in Moria who still draws breath. Do you guys like Lord of the Rings? Actually, Lord of the Rings set was actually pretty cool. The flavor of the cards, like some of the mechanics and stuff like that. I think they did a really well job set design wise. There were a lot of good cards in there, but like value wise, guys, like I still can't believe people are paying like over $300 for collector booster boxes. It's like $300. You open it and it's like, oh, there's $10 worth of stuff. Like, and like the one ring is already found, right? And you end up being a rich person getting it, right? So I don't know, maybe some nobody got it and then sold it right away. But I mean, it was found instantly, right? So I think there was some shenanigans with that. Plague Engineer. I think this might be like a spin-off of something too. 3/2/2 Death Touch. Hey, not bad. ETB, choose a creature type. That's interesting. Creatures of the chosen your type of your opponent. Oh, so you can name it the same type you have, but it's only your opponents get the -1/-1. Hey, that's not bad. Huh. That's interesting. Like I said, I dig reading these cards because I'm telling you, some of these cards, like I said, like that card. I mean, this card's probably like $1. And if you're trying to make it, I swear, it's just, like I said, people get, I get it, right? These are the cool cards they get. Yeah. That's why you buy packs, right? But I'm telling you, right now, economy's not so good. So just, find, like, you don't even have to, even if you don't own this, you could go to your card store, and they always got, I call them like bulk, those big page, You know, and it's like, oh, everything in here is like 50 cents or $1 or whatnot, right? You know, who knows? You might be paying, 20 cents more, but, hey, whatever, Like cards like that, I don't stress. Like when I go to my card shop, right? I pay $1, and I go to, TCG Player, and it's 20 cents. It's like, oh, okay, that 80 cents, right? It's like, But when it comes to like cards that are like above $5, they're extremely competitive. So, did we get this card? It seems. I think we got this. Anyway, Kaya's Guile? Guile? Is it Guile? Again, guys, I remember. Choose 2. Okay. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Okay. Exile all cards from each opponent's graveyard. Wow. Create a +1 white and black spirit token with flying. That seems like the least. You gain 4 life. Entwine! Oh my lord! So you can choose all if you pay. Okay, so do you have. Here's the thing with the Entwine. So you pay this, and then you pay Entwine, right? You don't just pay 3 and get all. Right? Like, I think it's additive. It should say choose all if you pay the entire. Like, it should say, like, additional, right? Like, I see, this is where I get confused, guys. Like why do sometimes the cards say, as an additional, you can cast this and then you get this effect, right? Well, Entwine, and it just, you couldn't add one more word. I'll just stop. I'll stop complaining. We saw that card. We seen that card. We seen that card. All right, guys. This was the last pack. We didn't get Urza, so now you're like 8 for 10. Cinder. Don't worry, man. We'll still get you something good because you did really good. Yeah, that was like asking way too much for a kid, dude. Yeah, I know. Well, you're actually a teenager now. I'm still a kid. Oh, that's right, but not like a little kid. You're like an aspiring young adult. Hey, I like that. Yep. All right, see you guys. Well, it's Sunday. This is going to be Tuesday for you, so happy Tuesday whenever you watch this or whenever it is. And we'll see you later. Bye. Bye. Bye.